Hey, Go Knucklers. Welcome back to another episode of Go Knuckle Talk with Flo. This is episode 79. I am Flo. So, while you guys are enjoying this live video, don't forget to leave a comment, like the video, and also subscribe to the channel. That will definitely support our channel. So, anyway, guys, as you can see, there's no Lisa. Unfortunately, she's under the weather. She will not be joining us tonight. However, I do have a special co-host for the evening. You guys ready? Booyah!
Okay. Wow.
Mr. Robert Braddock, class of 83.
What's going on, guys?
So let me introduce the guy, who we have on tonight. This is the class of 1987 Angry Red football team, which consists of Victor Braddock, which is Robert's younger brother, Denny Denny Best, Dion Guerra, and Jimmy Portman. So, guys, I'm going to ask each one of y'all where you guys are currently living. So I'm going to start.
Everybody got glasses but Jimbo. Damn.
So I'm going to start with Denny Del Best. Where you currently living, Denny? Denny, can you hear me? Denny. Oh, we lost his audio.
Oh, no.
Denny. Okay. Well, Jim, where are you currently living?
I live in Lubbock, Texas.
Okay. Victor?
I'm in Amarillo, Texas.
Okay.
Answering questions already?
Dion? Oh, Bobby's coming on. Hey, Bobby.
Whoa, I made it.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
yes.
Bob. We got a couple of guys there. I think Denny is. No, Denny, can you not hear me? Hey, would Victor do me a favor? Will you
I'm messaging
message
him.
the group,
Yeah.
Dion and Denny, that we're live, and then definitely let Dion know that we can hear him. So, guys, thank you. Welcome to our show. I guess I'm going to start with Victor. When did you? Oh, Victor's texting. My bad. Sorry, Jim. I'll go with you. When did you start? When did you? When did you start varsity?
Talking to me?
What class? Yes, sir. Well, Jim, what class were you in when you joined varsity?
Well, me and Bobby were freshmen, and they moved us up to the varsity for the very last game of the season, and our sphincters were about as tight. They were tight enough to make coal, and we actually got in the game. Believe it or not, I was in the locker room. I looked across at Randy Williams and some of those guys. I was like, "Holy crap! What am I doing here?" But that was our first introduction. And then Coach Sherwood approached me. Bobby and I used to work out pretty significantly in the summers. And during the summer of prior to my sophomore year, Coach Sherwood approached me and said that the one of the pluggers had tore his knee up. So they said they needed me to play. And I've been playing defensive back. I said, well, sure. And that was my first introduction. And then I started my first game against Lubbock Estacada as a sophomore in 1984, which was the one season that we actually went to the playoffs.
Okay. When you mentioned your freshman year, you guys played the last game. What position did you play? What?
Y'all want to hear a funny joke while we're waiting?
Hey, Denny, can you hear me? Does anyone text him? Let me see if I can message. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this.
Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yes,
I can hear you,
we
Dion.
Denny,
Okay,
Dion, we can hear you now. Okay. But anyway, what position did he put you in, Jim?
I went in at running back and defensive back.
Wow. When? Like the last quarter?
Oh
Or?
yeah. The game was well in hand. So this is against Amarillo Caprock, and
Okay.
we were kicking the snot out of them pretty good. So I guess he felt pretty confident putting us in. So
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, Bobby, what about you, man? I guess what position did he stick you in that last game?
Well, I was halfback and linebacker. So I do remember getting the football. Like Jim said, was more scared than anything. I think I ran like 20 yards, and Coach John pulled me to the side and said, "Well, I didn't want to be a defensive player because he could see that all I wanted to do was run the football." So it didn't work out that way. They stuck me on defense in my sophomore year. I got to play some halfback off and on, but it was back and forth. We were in the club that never came off the football field for the most part. Played offense, defense, kicking game. It was fun.
That's cool.
It was exhausting, but it was fun.
Dion, what about you, man? What year did you go join the varsity team?
It's been about sophomore year. I didn't get to play with my other compadres here. They were more awesome than I was. I was in the band, so I got to cheer my boys on in the stands. But my sophomore year, I made varsity. So
Cool. So you're able to talk shit if they didn't play well. Huh?
hey, no, I was excited to see my boys in there.
Cool.
Am
Victor,
I coming in clear?
yes, we can hear you now, man. We can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Danny?
Hello?
Denny, we can hear you. Oh, let me try this. Sorry, guys. Denny, we can hear you, but you can't hear us. Sorry, man. Hopefully he can figure it out. But Victor, what about you, man? What year?
I got moved up. Funny thing is, I remember when that happened, man, because
Hello?
can you hear me?
Danny, can you hear us?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember we had played our last game, and I remember going to the field house and you talking about seeing a lot of swole faces, and I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? And they like, well, so and so and so and so, they got moved up to varsity, and we over here, with our thumbs up our backside, and I'm like, oh,
Hello?
okay. And but I got moved up the summer of my sophomore year, like with Dion. Is when I got moved up.
Okay. And what position did you play?
Up until my sophomore year, I was a fullback and a linebacker. But the spring of my freshman year, I broke my forearm, and I was like, I think I'm done as a running back. I think I'll play another position.
How'd you break your forearm?
David McAdoo.
Okay. How? I mean, that's yeah.
Probably
David
being on the
McAdoo.
fireman squad.
Well, we were.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we can hear you,
We
Danny.
can hear you. Can you hear us?
I don't think Danny can hear us.
All right, go ahead, Victor.
But we were having spring practice, and I think it was my second or third day practicing with the varsity. I've been with the JV
Okay, we lost
for a
Victor.
couple of practices, and Corey Caldwell was the quarterback, and he was being molested by the first team defense, and all the defensive coaches was like, hey, let him throw the ball. Well, I was out in the flat, and he threw the ball to me, and no sooner than I caught the ball, I disappeared. And the way my arm was positioned, it was across my chest, and he landed on it, and it snapped. It had like a lemon sized knot on it, and I thought it was just swollen. But I think Coach Buchanan and Coach Huddleston, the trainer, I think they instantly knew when they looked at it that it was broke, because Coach Huddleston even said, "Do you have insurance? Because I think you're going to need it." So
Can you hear us, Denny?
Yeah. How about
Okay.
me?
There
yeah,
we
we can
go.
hear you.
Well,
All right, man.
doggone.
Okay, so finish your story, Victor.
Oh, that's when I broke my arm, and over the summer, man, I just decided, man, I'm not much of a running back, so I'll move to the line, and I moved to the line. They moved me to a guard. So
Okay. Well, let me go to Denny. Denny, where are you currently living?
Hell's Kitchen, New York City.
Okay. When did you start varsity? What year?
I moved to Plainview, Texas in 1986.
From where?
We were in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma via Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
But yeah, we were in Oklahoma City, and my dad got a job with Sam Walton out there building that Walmart warehouse.
Oh wow, it wasn't built yet. Okay.
Yeah, he was in charge of in charge of getting that up and running for Sam. So
Okay.
yeah.
So and again, so when did you start varsity? Junior or, or senior year?
I moved there in '86, my junior year, and started playing football, baseball, and basketball.
What position did you play in the football?
I played wide receiver and whatever safety Willie Ainsley was, and I think I was free and he was strong, or vice versa.
Okay. He's probably strong, knowing Willie.
Yeah.
So Dion,
Yeah.
can you share a story? Well, do you have like a welcoming to the varsity?
Probably David McAdoo knocking me out.
Damn.
David, man, David would initiate you. So that was like, hey, welcome to the team. So no, I just remember, hey, being on the list and saying, here's your locker, and getting my equipment, and here we are.
Okay. What about you, Jim? Well, you said your freshman year, that was basically your welcome to, or is there any other, like any, pranks or hazing that some of the seniors done to you, done anything to you guys?
No, not really.
Okay.
It went pretty smooth.
All right. Bobby?
No, we didn't have any. I didn't have any hazing or anything like that. I mean, in our groups, of course, they'd push us around or try to push me around a little bit, but really went pretty smoothly.
Okay. Well, hey, I guess David with Victor breaking the arm. Denny, what
I
about
was
you,
in the
man?
linebacker crew with Mac, and he was fierce, man. I mean, he was a force to reckon with. But he and I worked out some big differences right there across from each other several times. So
Yeah.
hey, once you get fit in, you're there for the good. So it worked out.
Well, I knew his brother Anthony. He was a year older than I was, so I knew him more. But I did meet David and TC Collins. I forgot what summer it was, but it was Coach Selke and Coach Upchurch had a roofing company, and Andrew Dunlap and I worked, and then those guys were hired too to help us. So it was a lot of fun, with those guys, especially David. He was fun to work with. Just put it that way. So Denny, what about you, man? Did you have a welcome to the varsity?
I did, yeah, and I can recall it like it was yesterday. We had moved that summer, and somehow made the team, and I remember being in the locker room, like someone was saying about, I think it was Dion saying, getting our pads and getting assigned a locker, and I remember the great late Billy Ross coming up to me, and Bill was an intimidating looking dude, man, big strong guy, and real just stocky, And I thought, oh no, here we go. I'm the new guy.
And I can't hear any of the other guys.
I can hear him.
Am I coming in?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
can
are.
hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Dion's having issues, but go ahead, man.
All right. And I just remember I thought, oh no, this is my initiation right here. Because Bill was an intimidating dude, but a big hearted guy. And he says, what's your name? And I said, my name's Denny Bass. What's your name? He said, I'm Billy Ross, and I'm going to be your friend. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Did he want your
And,
lunch
I
money?
talked to him right before he passed away a few months ago.
I was going to ask you, did he want your
Wow.
lunch money for being his friend?
No, he was just cool, man. And my mother loved him. She'd cook us lunch we'd go over to my place for lunch, and she'd make us sandwiches or tacos or whatever. She just loved old Billy.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
good
Well,
guy.
I need to ask the group. This show is called Go Knuckle Talk with Flo. Jim, did you guys use Go Knuckle back in '87?
Well, I kind of remember it in middle school,
Yeah.
which is when y'all would have been in high school.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember using it in high school much. No.
Anyone else? Victor said
I
no.
moved.
What about
I
you,
moved on
Bobby?
to I moved on to more eloquent words besides goat knuckle. By the
Okay.
time
And
I was
what
in
were
high school,
and what were they?
I
What
can't
was-
say them.
Yeah, you can. Man, we're adults here.
Oh man.
I've been burning to ask what a goat knuckle is. Is that like a camel toe?
Oh my God.
No, you would think it'd be more like a moose knuckle, but no,
Oh
sir.
my God. Man,
Well,
Diddy, you
Hey,
goddamn
you know
was
what?
dead. Oh boy.
Well, what is it?
Do you remember
Uh,
the show, the '70s show, with Ashton Kutcher? And,
Yeah.
well, they would say "burn," like they would get the best
Goat
of
knuckle.
someone. Burn. And we would say "goat knuckle."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Camel toe.
So
That's hilarious.
yeah. So
No, I've never heard that one.
So who was some of your senior year? Who was like your rival at that time? Bobby, who was y'all's rival?
Well, Hereford was always a good rival for us.
Still, huh? Okay.
I would say the one I remember the most, some of the hardest hitting kids that I played with from Monterey. Those kids, that fullback from Monterey, I can't remember his name, but he rung my bell so hard. I mean, my ears were ringing clear to Saturday morning.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure I had a concussion from our head-on collision, but yeah, I mean, we had some pretty good rivalries. I would say Hereford was probably the one that we always wanted to beat, or I did. I mean, of course, we wanted to beat them all. I did.
Yeah.
Of course, we did. Yeah.
What year was a Monterey running back? Do you remember?
It was my junior year. I'm pretty sure he was a senior. So
Was that Chris or was he from Coronado, Robert?
He was from Coronado, Chris Moore.
Okay.
Chris Morris
Chris
from
Moore.
Cornell.
He'd already graduated and moved on.
Okay, so this is a different cat. Okay.
I don't remember him, but he was a big boy.
It's Goolsby.
Yes, that's who
Yes.
it was, Goolsby. Yes, because he
Yes,
used to go to
Goolsby.
Coronado, and then he transferred to Monterey.
Yeah,
Went to Monterey and then to Coronado.
that's the guy. That's
Yes,
the guy.
yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have Lee Brockman on about a month and a half. Did you guys play against Lee from Hereford?
Our sophomore year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I played against him in football and threw the shot put against him
Okay.
and coached.
he's-
I coached against him.
Oh, nice. All right. What about you, Jim? Who was your team that you wanted to play? You know, to you in your opinion was a rival?
Well, kind of like Bobby, growing up, it was always Hereford, but Hereford dropped out
Right.
our senior year and went to what was 4A at the time.
That's right.
I always kind of hated Amarillo High.
Yeah.
Those suckers were cocky. And you know what? That carried right over into my coaching career. They remain cocky. And, they still are today. So I would definitely be Amarillo High.
Where did you coach? If I'm asking.
Coached at Coronado High School.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. For how many years?
20.
Oh wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Okay. Did you play against some on the coaching staff? Were there any players that you played against and that was on the coaching staff with you?
That was on the coaching staff with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I coached with ex-coaches.
Okay.
I coached with John Hill.
Oh.
I coached with Monty Malcolm,
Oh, wow.
Doug Young,
Yeah.
holy mackerel, Wendy Williams.
Wow.
Wendy Williams.
I guess that's about it from the Plainview group.
Oh, damn. That's some good names.
Yeah.
I mean, I only know John Hill and Wendy Williams. I don't recognize the other guys.
Yeah.
So,
Jimmy,
all right, Ron.
Wendy was my first linebacker coach. The first coach ever to touch me as linebacker was Wendy.
Is that Robert?
Williams.
Yeah.
Robert.
Well, we can't
Okay.
hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, we
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
him.
I can
can
hear
hear
you.
him.
I can't.
Who?
I'm just
your
it
brother?
was very nostalgic
can't hear him. I can see his
say
mouth
Wendy
moving.
Williams' name because it was the first.
Who, me?
I can hear all y'all, but I can't hear him. Yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, go ahead, Robert. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it was just that Jimmy mentioned that name, and a lot of the tradition was started with that group of coaches, with Wendy and Coach Sherwood when they first got here. And the first group of people that began to teach me personally was that group right there. And so when you mentioned his name, boy, you're going way back. When you said you
Yeah.
coached with him, that's something.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he coach Zach Thomas in high school?
Wendy,
Yeah.
Panhandle.
Yeah, Pampa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yep.
Zach went to Panhandle as a sophomore with Wendy, and then moved to Pampa his junior and senior year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael, Wendy touched a lot of people away from Plainview. You'll find coaches in the NFL that cross paths with Wendy Williams.
Oh, wow. Can you name a couple?
No, you told me not to talk too much, so I'm just gonna.
Go ahead. Just name a couple of names, and then you can be quiet. No, I'm
Well,
kidding.
I'm thinking about Campbell at. I'm thinking Campbell that coach with the Lions. And Victor may have to get me straight. Is that right, Vic? Did Coach Campbell at with the Detroit Lions?
Victor can't hear you for some reason.
Oh, that's
Hey,
right.
did Coach Campbell coach with Wendy Williams from the Lions, Victor?
I don't remember. I remember the names, but they weren't with us by the time we got up there. Coach
Okay.
Campbell or Wendy Williams, they were already gone.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, let's go back. Dion. So
Talk to me.
who was your favorite team to battle with?
Man, it was Hereford all the way till they dropped out, but we always had to fight with Clovis. Three Clovis schools up until after our freshman year. I don't think we had Clovis in our district, but Hereford and Clovis, I would say.
Okay. Why Clovis?
They had three teams. They had three schools there that we would play.
I mean, were they cocky? Were they?
Oh yeah, they were dirty. So, a couple of them were. Yeah, I think they all were, but yeah, we'd square up with them quite a bit.
Okay. What about you, Denny? Who was your team to beat?
Well, I was only there 2 years, so I'd have to say we played Palo Duro a few times when I was there,
Mhm.
and I think we played Midland High, just regular Midland.
Midland Lee.
Was it Midland Lee?
Midland
That was
Lee.
our second game on the road senior year.
Yeah, they were dirty.
How'd you guys fare against Midland Lee?
We all
13-7 or something.
Yeah,
it was 21.
almost
It was
did.
21. It was 21-15.
Yeah,
They
it was
came back
close
and beat
game.
us late in the fourth quarter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Raymond
How'd they beat
Pena
you?
dropped a pass in the end zone.
I'm sorry.
Sorry to throw Raymond under the bus there. The ball was coming to me, and Raymond jumped in the middle there.
Well, and you know
Hi,
something,
Raymond.
man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Denny.
I just said, "Hi, Raymond, if you're out there."
And you know the thing that I remember about that game is the last time we played Midland Lee, they ran us out of Lubbock. They beat us 49-7, and
Yeah.
we played them in Midland,
Yeah.
and Lee had to whip out the playbook.
Mhm.
They had to whip out every trick in the bag to beat us because
Yeah.
we went in at halftime ahead 15-7.
Yeah.
And I remember it was sometime in the third quarter. They ran the wishbone. And
Yeah.
the thing that impressed me or that got my attention was sometime in the third quarter, they went out of the wishbone. They started sending guys in motion. I'm like, these fools pulling tricks out they backside trying to beat us, man. And I mean, we had them on the ropes.
Yeah.
And we really should have beat them.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, what was the play to beat y'all?
Ooh, I can't even remember.
You guys? No, I guess you don't
Vic
want to
remembers
remember.
way more
Well,
of it than I do.
the thing that I can remember about them is that they had really tall line. I played in the inside. They had really tall linemen, the taller linemen than what I was used to seeing. They were really physical, and they had short, wide running backs. So whenever the play would start, say to the right, and you would step to your left, the running backs would start that way, and then when those linemen would stand up, you would lose them, and they would cut back. And how you could tell they were in the open. You could hear the crowd, and you'd turn around, you're like, damn, again, you know. And that's what I remember, man. But man, I mean, you know, it was, you know, I guess there ain't no moral victories in sports, but I really felt like we should have beat them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree.
Hey, Bobby, what'd you think about the football field? I assume it was a immaculate, beautiful, artificial turf field, huh?
I thought it was extremely hard, and it burned when you hit it. It was fast. The field was super fast. But yeah, it's so much different than our grass, you know. So
Yeah.
it took a little getting used to, but yeah, I did love running on it. Yeah, for sure.
I assume you guys wear different shoes, no
Yes.
cleats.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah, they gave us some turf shoes, but yeah, I mean, we weren't used to playing on it, and they obviously were. So
Yeah. Well, Jim, did you guys practice anywhere that may had artificial turf? Oh, the field house has it, right? It still
Yeah.
does, correct, Robert? Didn't we have artificial turf in the field
Yep.
house when we played?
Yeah.
Okay.
a different base under it though. Didn't have the same base as a football field.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let me see. Then I'm gonna start with Victor. Can you share a good memory, a great memory, an experience from playing varsity football?
I think the thing that I remember the most, that really made the hair stand up on the back of my neck was towards the end of my junior year, and I was starting to play more. And I remember the first time I got to take reps with the first team defense, and it wasn't a blowout game. I remember being in a huddle and watching Brent Barton come up there, man, and just the way he spoke and the way the presence that he commanded, man, you know, you could tell you could tell, man, he was like the field general of the defense. And honestly, it made the hair stand up on the back of my neck. It really did. It was that impactful. And that's what I remember the most.
Okay. What about you, Jim?
Good memory?
Yes, sir.
Oh, hell. There's quite a few.
Well,
You know, I'm gonna generalize, and you know, the thing that probably meant the most to me was, as weird as this sounds, it probably wasn't game time situations at all. It was the camaraderie. It was
Yes.
getting to that team meeting we had every Thursday afternoon. We take our quick kick, we take our salt tablets, and Coach Sherwood would meet with us for a few minutes, and then we'd meet together. And that was pretty special. And I remember it being very special as a youngster and being kind of in awe, you know, with McAdoo and Ronnie Braddock and some of those guys taking the leadership role. But then when we got to that point where we were the leaders, it was cool. It was really cool. Games, yeah, those are always going to be cool, but that camaraderie was pretty awesome. That's what I remember 40 years later. I don't remember all that other stuff, but 40 years later, that's what I remember.
That's cool. What
Yeah.
about Jim, Bobby?
Well, Jim stole my word because I actually wrote down camaraderie. Yeah, I would say I couldn't narrow it down to one thing. We all shared so much together on the practice field, after the game. That's those Saturday morning aerobics. Oh my Lord.
Yes, no joke.
I
I
hated those
still,
things.
oh yeah.
We, especially if we were just beat up and sore, I just remember us looking at each other. We could hear each other groaning and, sound like a bunch of 60-year-old men out there, which is what we are now almost. And it's a good, but it's still a good memory for me. I laugh. I remember that. I laugh so hard watching us move around like we're all stove up. So, I mean, yeah, it's several different things, some certain things that happen on the field. I got a bad memory of Jimmy running off the field with his leg all wobbly like a spaghetti noodle. I do remember that when you tore your knee up. But he didn't just lay down on the field. He took it to the sideline.
Damn.
And his leg was not, it wasn't looking good, was it, buddy?
Oh.
I think he tore every ligament that belongs in the knee to keep it together, and it was just kind of swinging out there like a rag.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned aerobics. Like what aerobic? Like what exercises do you guys do?
I'll let somebody else answer.
Eh, man,
Dion?
it's her last name's Brotherton. She's, I think, works for Central Plains Center. Great lady. She was our aerobics instructor, and she would come in on Saturday mornings,
That's right.
and man, she would put us through the ringer.
That's right.
Put me in coach music would come on by John Fogerty, and it was on after that.
He's in with John Fogerty.
We're kicking, we're doing whatever she's trying to do, and it's just oohing and awing, and yeah. But man,
How old was she?
oh man, Kay was, I don't know,
20s, 30s?
No, I
maybe,
think she's in
yeah.
her 30s. I think
30s,
she's in her 30s.
yeah. She'd come in there just all energetic, and we're just in there going, "Yeah, I can barely walk." But that's one of the routines we would do every Saturday morning. So,
No shit. I can imagine it smelled in there too.
Oh.
So-
yeah,
That's just locker room. You got to get used to it.
yeah.
Coach Bill washed our stuff for us.
Yeah.
Coach Bill, if you're watching, we love you, man. He's
Yeah,
still
that's
doing
cool.
it.
Yeah.
Still doing it.
So what was
That's
your favorite memory? Dion?
Just as you're going through PISD and all your teachers, those teachers had kids that were on varsity, so you could see the excitement in the teachers being moms, like Mrs. Miller, and Colin, and just you would just feed off of the teachers who had kids on varsity, and you were just like, man, one of these days, man, I'm gonna get there. And actually, my first time in the huddle, special teams in my sophomore year, first time walking out there, man, that was an awesome holding hands in the huddle and breaking it, and here we go. So
Nice. What
Yes,
about
sir.
you, Denny?
Yeah, man, it's like, just to echo what everybody's been saying, the camaraderie, there's too many memories to choose. But I would say for me, the bus rides, getting to know everybody on an intimate level, if you're traveling an hour, 2 hours away, what's everybody listening to? Is everybody talking, or are they quiet? Just reading the bus, reading your teammates. And I'll never forget, this one of those Thursday team meetings Jimmy was talking about, that Coach Sherwood said, he didn't talk a lot, but when he spoke, you had to listen. And he would talk about driving a vehicle, and he'd compare it to getting ready for game day. And he would always say, you can't cross the yellow line. You got to stay in your lane. And I thought that was a really great life lesson, is because we take care of our path and don't cross that yellow line, we got a bit of control.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, Robert, I don't know about you, but it's kind of weird hearing some of these guys, some of the names when they were younger than us, like Brett Barton, Colin Miller, and now hearing a different perspective as them being a team leader. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, earlier when Bobby was talking, the thing that crossed my mind was there's a lifelong linebacker right there, because he's laughing at teammates getting hurt. He's talking about Jimmy's knees. And so, you know, that camaraderie, talking about, you laugh and cry and die together. You know what I mean, right? And so 40 years later, man, I remember when you got your teeth knocked out of your head knocked off, or you couldn't walk off the field. And he's torn up and he runs off the field, man. You'll take that to your grave, bro. You know, people that you don't see anymore. You have a relative that I grew up with, Randy. And I had that kind of relationship with Randy and Billy Yarbrough and them, man. People you want to be in the foxhole. Coach Sherwood used to always talk about, I guess he was saying Tora, Tora, Tora. Did he do that with you guys? Right? Tora, Tora, Tora. The Japanese kamikazes, right? With the planes.
I don't remember it.
I hate myself.
He may have.
You know.
He said a lot of things, yeah.
Yeah, but that's some of the whole thing that listening to you guys. Vic was quite a bit younger than me, but I remember each one of you. Bobby, Jimmy, you know, Victor, obviously I grew up with him. Denny Best, your name came out of Victor's mouth quite a bit. I know what you look like now. I never knew what you look like, you know. Bobby still looked the same kind of cool cat, just kind of leaning over to the side like this, you know. He was that same way, man. Dude, man, ain't nothing changed. And Dion, I've seen you a couple of times. You're unchanged, you know.
Shit, you make the best pot roast, baby. Ain't that right, brother Vic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. I don't have a lot to say. I'm enjoying this conversation, though. I'm enjoying watching you guys.
Yeah. One time when we went over there, got some pot roast from Rock, man.
Oh man, pot roast, man.
Come on, baby.
Victor,
Goat knuckle roast.
you watched your brother play, I assume. I mean, you were younger, but you went and watched the game. You saw Sherwood on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Did he have the same style of coaching when he was coaching your brother? Could you to when he coached you guys? I mean, could you see similarities or differences?
Man, from what I can see, I would say yes. I never was much on the sideline when Junior was playing, but I was on the sideline with Ronnie, and I didn't notice the difference. He was always the same. He was always the same to me. He always had a presence that he was somebody you did not want to disappoint. You didn't want to let him down. Right. And he was a really good motivator. I mean, I think he was an awesome motivator in just the way he was with his words. He didn't, and you know, I don't know. Do y'all ever remember him yelling at y'all? I don't ever remember him yelling, but he would give you a look and you'd be like, oh shit, okay, I'm sorry, you know. And I remember we were playing Monterey our senior year, and we were ahead. It was a close game. They were driving, and they kind of called a bogus penalty. And I said some kind of colorful words about the penalty, but I didn't realize there was a ref behind me when I said it, and I guess he heard everything I said. And I know I could see him reaching for me and him throwing a flag, but I get to the sideline, and the thing that I remember is Coach Sherwood, because I was a game captain that game. And I remember Coach Sherwood hurrying. I've never seen him move that fast before. And he came down there and he looked at me and he's like, if you can't control yourself any better than that. And then he stopped And he said, I guess I made a mistake making you captain. I was like, oh man, that hurt. I ain't gonna lie. That really hurt, And but he was someone I could tell you, I really felt I wasn't the only one that felt that way. He was someone you didn't want to let down
Yeah.
or
Well,
disappoint.
I've got to ask, he coached your brother Robert, coached Ronnie. Did he ever throw that in your face?
Nuh-uh.
No?
Nuh-uh. The only thing he told me, and this is kind of funny, man, is we had just finished spring practice. And I remember before we had that practice, the weekend before, or the weekend before, it was like a few days, it was on like a Monday or Tuesday. He called a couple of guys out and he said, hey, I need to talk to y'all one at a time. Well, the only problem was most of the guys he called out, we went to a party that Saturday. And we're looking around like, how does he know? Because we were doing stuff at that party we shouldn't have been doing. And I'm like, dude, did somebody tell him? And I remember going in his office and it was him and Coach Moore. And he's looking at me. And he had this stick of gum that was sitting on the corner of his desk, and he reaches up, gets it, he opens it up, he puts it in his mouth, and he's staring at me the whole time. And I started to say, "It was Rod. Rod made me do it, man. I didn't want to, Rod." I started to say that, man, but I'm like, just wait. And then he tells me, he says, Victor, I waited a long time to watch you play. I was like, oh, okay. Me too. So I'm like, whoo, he didn't know, but yeah, I mean, he was just telling me, hey man, I've been wanting to watch you play. Are you ready to play? Are you ready to get on the field? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to get on the field. Well, we finna see, we finna find out. And that's pretty much what he was saying.
Well, with any of these other guys at the party, like Dion? Dion, were you at the party, Dion?
No, he wasn't at the party. He was at another party. Oh man.
Oh, well, I guess. What about Bobby,
Yeah,
Jim, and Denny?
Probably was that another
I
one?
probably supplied all the booze for the party.
So, guys, one of the things, like Robert and the older guys who played under Sherwood, they were given. They ate pancakes. It was when did you guys eat pancakes? Fridays
That's
or
the
Saturdays?
best.
Fridays.
Friday.
Well,
That was
every
pregame meal.
person, for every person that from I would say 84 and older hated the pancakes. And Dion, you liked them?
Hell
Well,
yeah.
Hey,
It was wonderful.
we evolved from pancakes to hamburger steak and chicken fried steak.
Golly, yeah.
Where we
Yeah,
go?
we did.
Sizzler?
Golden Corral.
The Golden
Corral.
That's it, yeah.
Golden Corral, baby.
We did
Robert.
the Western Sizzler when we went to play Midland League.
That's
We
right.
did them.
Yeah. Brian's Steakhouse.
Oh, was that who it was?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay.
So you
all
guys
righty.
never went to the Big Texan in Amarillo?
Yes, we did.
Sophomore year.
Who tried
Yeah.
it? Who tried the steak? Anybody? Anyone?
No.
I don't know.
I imagine we had a few that could do it.
Bobby
big
could have
one.
done it.
I could have done it. Yeah.
Man.
Robert,
Robert could
tell-
eat too.
Robert, explain to these young cats about the pancakes that you guys ate.
Oh my God.
Pre-game meal, we would have these. I'm not sure if they were the cafeteria pancakes, but they came from hell, right? You get pancakes and some sausage and some bacon and stuff, and it was just a big lump of dough, guys. And we'd eat this
Oh.
stuff. You get full. You're trying to get full, right? But probably about the second quarter is just this big mass of dough in your gut. And you're having to try to run and not throw up at the same time. It was pretty rough. Pretty
Yeah,
rough. But the whole idea was the carbohydrates and to get you some quick energy. And so you had quick energy and then you had to go to the bathroom, so.
Yeah, a lot of them said they threw up.
Yeah.
So
I enjoyed the post-game meal, the chicken fried steak, better than the pre-game meal. I feel bad talking about it because Coach Sherwood's not here to defend himself for doing that. But
You got to
It's pretty
remember
rough.
the bottle of Coke and the salt tablets at halftime.
Yeah.
That was the fun.
Yes.
explain that.
Halftime, we'd go in and have a bottle of Coke bottle, and salt tablets.
Yeah.
So that was I guess that was to take care of our energy levels and our muscle cramping.
So Gatorade wasn't. Yeah, Gatorade was around then, right?
That's
Yeah,
just
but
not
we
what
we had we had quick kick.
Yeah, quick kick.
Mhm.
on the sideline.
Kick.
Who mixed
Quick.
it? Coach Bill?
Whoever the trainers were.
Trainers, yeah, I
Coach
think
Bullard,
trainers,
maybe.
Oh man, I forgot about Coach Bullard.
Coach Bullard?
Oh,
So did
Lord.
you guys have Chris Huddleston? Did you guys have Coach Huddleston as a trainer?
Yeah. As a trainer, yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell you a story about him real quick. It was my senior year. Me and a couple of guys, Andrew Dunlap and Kenneth Dunlap, we went to Abilene and we took Coach Chill's car.
Oh,
He let
wow.
us take it. He was our baseball coach. And we went to Abilene, and then we got bored, and we ended up going to San Angelo. We met some girls who graduated in '82, and we went to a frat party. And lo and behold, Coach Huddleston walks in. And he sees us like a deer in headlights. I mean, he was like, "Oh fuck!" So he ran. He goes, "Guys, please don't tell Coach Selke. Please don't tell Coach Selke. I mean, not Coach Selke, Coach Sherwood.
Coach
Please
Sherwood.
don't tell." And we didn't. Man, it was Robert, what, 20, 22
Oh man, that's
when he
funny.
was the trainer our senior year. He was still a young kid.
That's funny.
So but anyway, so going back to the aerobics, Robert. You guys didn't do that, did y'all?
No. We did. We had a circuit that Coach Billingsley had us, and Coach Beasley put us through a circuit. And then on the Saturday after the game, that's when you guys were doing it, right? We just did
Yes.
some run. You know, you get on the turf inside, and you just run back and forth like that in waves. You know, five across, and you go down. Pretty light, nothing intense. But the off season was, I think, what he put you through in the off season was rough. We didn't have to mess with the aerobics. I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bobby, what time did you guys have to meet Saturday morning to do those
God,
aerobics?
Oh,
early.
gosh. It was early.
6
I
or
wanna-
7?
Yeah,
7.
something like it was early. Oh God, it was horrible.
So you guys couldn't party after the game, could y'all?
You could, but you paid for it the next day.
Maybe that's why he had you guys doing it, because he knew what you were doing.
Oh man.
You didn't miss. I know that. If you missed, you had to pay for it, man. You're out there
Oh,
running
man.
sprints.
Hey,
We
I
run
know
20 within sprints after practice was over.
Yeah.
It was about all.
in full pads or just shorts and t-shirts.
Either or.
We
Yeah.
ran full pads. If you missed Saturday and you didn't have a good excuse, you were in full pads. You better believe it.
There was no good excuse.
Now,
That's right. That's
I
right.
was in
Back-
full pads. I
back
didn't get
when
to
we were
take them off.
playing, they had they would say, if they find someone who was drinking, they would do Easter egg hunting, but it was just going up the bleachers.
Mm.
And I remember the late Johnny Escobar. I popped, to work out, and I see his ass going up and down. I mean, that dude was sweating his ass off, and sure enough, he got caught drinking. And Coach Sherwood and them said, "Come on, let's go find your eggs." So I guess they didn't do that with you guys then.
Ask Raymond Pena about that.
So did you guys run the bleachers?
Boy.
Did you have to do the bleachers?
Victor, go ahead.
Yes. Huh?
What about Raymond Pena?
Yeah, Raymond. I think it was Raymond and Randy Marquand got caught in Nazareth by one of the coaches. And golly, I just remember the lineman had a thing called Shade Tree that we were going over our blocking assignments for the first, 5-10 minutes of the practice, and then you go into special teams, and then you go in from special teams, you go into your defense and do calisthenics. Well, the whole time, what's it, about 15, 20 minutes? Well, that whole time, that 15, 20 minutes that's going on, Raymond was over there with Coach Sherwood running. And I was like, man, that poor guy. I'm like, better you than me, buddy. Man. But yes, I have never. And then he had to run at the end of practice. He had to run at the end of whatever we ran at the end of practice, man. And I was just like, man, I'm like that poor guy. But But I learned, well, I had an incentive not to get caught or to not do anything like that, and it was called Bear Braddock. Because
Mm.
I knew if I got caught doing anything like that, my suffering would be legendary. So
And what
so
would
no,
what would happen, Victor?
oh
Go ahead.
God, whatever my dad did to me would be against the law. It would be against the Geneva Convention, and it could be against the laws of nature. So no, I didn't. I waited before I did stuff like that
Now, Michael,
Hi.
until my
he
senior
threatened
year.
Vic a lot. I'm gonna hold on. He threatened Vic a lot. Me and Ronnie actually caught that hell, but he threatened Vic a lot. Vic was the baby. Don't let him fool you. He was a good kid too. He tough now, but when he was a little boy, man, he wasn't doing nothing. Me and Ronnie.
Well,
No.
I always ask this question. This is not part of the questions I sent you guys, but I'm gonna start with you, Dion. You know that we always brag about the hit that we put on someone. I want to know the reverse. I want to know who the hell knocked your ass out.
Oh God.
What play?
Shit. I got two of them. I got one during fireman. We were fire department defense against first team offense. So I'm fixing to square up on Ronnie. I got Ronnie. I'm fixing to square up on him, and next thing you know, I'm airborne. David had come across and caught me and just sent me in the air, and I was like, "Holy crap, man!" I got rung. But man, David, hey, he come got me, picked me up. He goes, "Man, way to go, way to go." And I'm like, and then during a game, Brent Barton hit me probably one of the hardest. It might have been during Coronado. They were punting to us. The ball went over the punter's head, and hey, here he comes. I may get a first shot on him, but no, Brent hit me in the ear hole and knocked me loony. I started walking to the opposite side. So that's two, man. That's two of the hardest.
What about you, Bobby?
No, that one with Goolsby, I remember that. It was early on in the game, and I mean, I filled the gap. I hit him square up. We hit the top of our helmets, and he fell backwards. I fell backwards, and my ears, they did not stop ringing until the next day.
Oh wow.
I mean, I remember
Ooh,
after aerobics, they were still ringing, and I was like, man, I may have to go to the friggin' doctor over this crap. But it finally went away. But I mean, I think
CTE.
we collided a half a dozen more times in that game that were pretty hard. But man, both of us, I think, were avoiding the headshot after that, because I don't know if his ears rung or not. I wish he was here so I could ask him, because man, he gave me a headache, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I was
I
just
had a
this way
headache
could
for a
ask
long
him.
time.
One of the things I've discussed with Robert and some other football players older is that's how you guys were taught back then, is lead with the helmet.
Yep.
You were taught that. And
Yeah.
I'm surprised, a lot of you guys didn't get really injured. So, but anyway, Denny, what about you, man? Who knocked your ass? On your ass?
Yeah, we don't know if we're injured yet.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I had 5 concussions in my 2 years of playing vehicle.
Shit.
No
It
way.
seemed like every time I went into over the middle, the wide receivers called the hospital zone, where it's right between the linebackers and the safeties and corners. I remember, just waking up to smelling salts quite a bit of the time. But one time for specifically, we were playing Paladura, which I mentioned that I really didn't like too much. I thought it was a good rivalry. And they had this quarterback that was pretty good.
Yep.
And I picked him off in the first quarter as safety. Then I beat him deep in the second quarter. And I think there was a photograph on the back page of Sports Illustrated where they put those 4 little captions at the very back page. William Thomas was his name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second half, he came out, and we were still throwing. We didn't have to throw that much, but because we had Willie Ainsley and Charlie Nels and Bill Ross and all the other wonderful running backs and tight ends and offensive players. But when we threw it, it seemed like I got my hands on the ball quite a bit. And I caught it. I did a little slant, quick slant, right through the hospital zone. And I woke up without a chin strap. And yeah, that was the hardest one I took was from William Thomas.
Oof. Guess you were coming across and he just.
I was 135 pounds soaking wet.
Oh wow! What about you, Jim? Besides your injury, what was a hard hit?
Bobby probably didn't remember this. When we were sophomores, they put us as the two gunners on the punt team, and William Thomas knocked the crap out of both of us at the same time.
Same dude.
Paladura, William Thomas, Texas A&M, Philadelphia Eagles.
That's right.
Damn.
Yeah.
How did he
He
do
may have
that?
got me worse than he got Bobby. I don't know.
I don't remember it being. I just remember him, pretty much taking us out of the play.
He sandwiched both
Wow.
of us. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
holy crap. Yeah.
Well, Victor, besides the broken arm, can you tell us another?
Man, the hardest I've ever been hitting a game was our senior year when we played Paladura up here in Dick Bivens, and they had two linemen, Jimmy Phillips, and the other one was named Galen Selman. Galen Selman ended up being the head coach. He ended up being the head coach at Randall High School up until a few years ago, and then he retired. But I remember they ran a counter play with their tailback, and who happened to be my cousin, Sam Cook. And I stepped up in the hole, and I'm like, "Yeah, Petey, I got you." And I just remember getting ear hole, and I was like, what? I mean, it made me do a 360. He hit me solid. And I remember seeing him get up, and I'm like, who the hell was that? And then a play or two later, Jimmy Phillips. And I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy Phillips hit me so hard. I looked for him. I ain't gonna lie, I had a horrible game. I looked for him the rest of the game. I really did. I had a horrible game that game. But Jimmy Phillips, man, those two guys were really good. They weren't very, like hulkish big, but they were big and solid.
Damn. Robert, you want to share your Texas?
No, you've already done that about 4 times. That's it.
These
But I will
guys
ask
never heard it.
I'll ask this guy. I like to ask this question to the panel.
Right.
40 years later, it's all said and done. What did you guys take from playing high school football? What's your take on it after 40 years? And you guys are grown, have families and everything. What do you remember the most about it?
Dion.
I just remember, Coach Sherwood. I mean, he was like our dad away from home. I had a great dad, and all the coaches. And I just look back on that with work ethics and just, man, what great men they were. They were always helping us out, had an open door for us, helping us in the classroom as well. So that's what I take from it.
Okay. Rob, you want to repeat your question so Jim can answer it?
So, Jimmy, I just wanted to know, 40 years later, it's all said and done. It's finished. You got your family, you raised your kids, everything is intact. What did you take the most from your high school experience playing high school football?
Lord. I would have answered this a lot differently. Even 20 years ago, but it's got to be relationships. The relationships with the coaches. I was in a pretty unique situation regarding Coach Sherwood because I not only played for him, I worked for him here in Lubbock for a decade. So we developed a pretty significant relationship there. But the guys that I got to spend time with and go through what we went through with, I don't know that I really appreciated it until more recently.
Mm.
I mean, I spent hours and hours with Bobby Gibson. We used to practice moonwalking across his bedroom carpet for hours. And those are the most fond memories I have. Just, you know, and I wish I'd kept up with the relationships a little better than I have.
Well, it's never too late, man. You got
No,
your
it's
brothers.
not.
I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
So you got your brothers here.
Yeah.
What about you, Bobby?
Takeaway for me, I'm going to say, is just the disciplinary, environment. There was a lot of discipline. There was a lot of respect. Our coaches were hard on us, but like Dion said, the door was open. If you needed help with anything, they would do it. They were great men, I think there was a level of teaching there about respecting one another that I feel, today's youth, and I'm not going to say, I'm definitely just my opinion on my own experiences, but man, they have a very huge lack of respect for their fellow man, and
Yes, they do.
that really bothers me. But man, even our opponents, and we sit here and talk about how we disliked Amarillo, or we disliked this and that. We still had respect, or I had respect, great respect for them.
Yes.
And it was reciprocated, Never did I have a moment after the game when I didn't want to shake somebody's hand and tell them, hey, it was a good game. So I think that I carry that with me even today. And I have great respect for my employees and what they do. And,
Yes.
it's I value all that time that we spend. Like Jim said, yeah, we, not keeping that relationship now at almost 60 years old, you're looking like, wow, where did the time go? And that's what I'm sitting here going, where did that time get away from? I've been here 36 years, and I'm like, wow, it just does not seem like. And to see the faces of these guys right here, man, it is fantastic, because all the emotions and the memories come back. You feel like I was over here thinking, when I'm looking at these questions, like, I really don't remember any of that stuff. And then as soon as you start talking, yeah, the memories do start coming back, and they're vivid. They're easy to recall. I spent a lot of time with Vic. I spent a lot of time with Jim, Rod, and Terrence Washington. We used to play some crazy backyard basketball, man. I'm telling you,
Yes, we did.
it's a wonder we weren't all in the hospital from those games. But the experiences, the life experiences as we were young men trying to turn into young men, I think certainly I couldn't take for it at all. I don't have a single memory of any of these men here, or really anybody else I played with that is negative. It's all very positive. So that's kind of what I take away from it.
Okay, good. Well, hey, I want to say something. I'm 61. Robert, you 60 still, or you 61?
61.
We're 61, brother. Enjoy your mid 50s, man. Don't be,
Well, I passed mid 50, so too late to enjoy it, I guess.
What about you, Denny?
What was the question?
Robert? The 40 years. Oh,
So Denny, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear. So what I'm asking is, after it's all said and done, it's been 40 years, and the games that are done, you raised your family and kids. When you look back, what do you take back from that?
Oh, the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Cheerleaders. Oh my
Denny, they
God.
come and go, bro.
That's a
I'm telling you,
natural.
they
That's a
come and go.
natural answer for him too. That's cool. Said cheerleaders.
is it be more specific? Plainview cheerleaders or all the cheerleaders?
All of them.
Yeah, everything.
Is your wife
Denny,
listening,
you love
by
the
the way?
cheerleaders, but they come and go, bro. I'm trying to tell you some wisdom right now, bro.
Dang.
My goodness.
No, yeah. I guess, just to echo what everyone's saying, just the discipline, the self-respect that you earn, the respect for others, the brotherhood, It's real brotherhood. And whether you like it or not, you're a team, and you get in there and you fight through the hard times. You fight through the beech nut coming out of Coach Billingsley's mouth, 6 inches from your face.
Yeah.
You suffer through the 10-degree heat out behind the field house on that little practice field during 2-a-days. You learn a lot about yourself and about your teammates and about your peers, and it's your own little army. It's your own. It's your own team, and you just it's enlightening, and I'm very eternally grateful because it taught me a lot of life lessons.
Well, I could imagine it carried it to your acting career,
Absolutely.
discipline. So good.
Very
That's
similar.
cool.
Very similar.
Yeah. Victor, have you answered the question?
I can't hear him. What was the question?
Somebody repeat
Oh, you
the
can't hear
question.
Robert's. You can't hear
Yeah.
Robert. After 40 years, you've been through life. You raised family. What do you take from football?
Man, I guess it would have to be the team concept, honor, commitment. Some of the jobs that I had in my adulthood, you have to work in a team environment. You go on calls. I've been in law enforcement for over 30 years. You go to calls with somebody, and it's a team thing. So regardless of whatever opinion or differences you have with somebody, which is the same way when you're in the locker room, when you're at work, you are a team, and you treat it as such. And it's no different in football. You're a family, you're a team, and you have to be committed to a goal. And it's no different in law enforcement. I've seen guys when I was on our entry team, I seen guys I know for a fact didn't like each other, but for however long that we were doing whatever we were doing, that those differences got put aside. Now I never saw that much. I never saw anything like that playing football, but you will hear people that are on football teams, whether it's college or pro, and they can't stand each other. But for the 3.5, 4 hours that they're together, they are a unit, and they put their differences to a side.
Okay. Cool. Well, what is, besides the aerobics, Victor, what is the least thing you liked about?
I hated running the sprints. Man, in 2-a-days, man, we used to have to run 20 40s. And this is the thing that I hated. When Coach Dotson got there, before he got there, we could run them like at our own pace. And he saw us doing that. He like, no. Everybody get on the line. We doing this together. I'm like, huh? And I'm like, I can't keep up with them. So and
Back to back to back.
yes, man. And I mean, I hated that. I didn't mind running 7 or 8 or maybe 10, but good God, 20, and it was hard. It was hard. And I don't care how much I ran in the summer. I was never prepared for it. It was brutal.
Is this 2 days or is this?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was 2 days, and then it started off the earlier part of the fall, and then it tapered down to about 10 or so, 8 to 10 sprints after practice. But during 2 days, and that was twice a day. We were doing 20 of them twice a day, and then they would start knocking off 2 at a time. To where they got down to about 12 or 10 or 12.
Jeez, that's a lot of running.
They'll make a punk out of you real quick.
What about you, Jim?
Worst
At least
thing about football?
Yeah. Besides the aerobics.
Oh, well, personally for me, it was rehabbing while my guys were out there working out and getting better, and I was kind of by myself doing my thing. I didn't like that much. It kind of sucked. I remember it to this day. Yeah.
Okay. Bobby?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that concussion messed me up, but I really did. I enjoyed the running, Vic. Sorry.
I enjoyed the running.
Yeah, I still do. I mean, I really don't. I can't remember anything I absolutely hated. Or a bad memory of it. I really don't. I can't remember one. Of course, I hated seeing Jim hurt. I didn't like seeing my teammates, laid up. But we had a few that had some pretty major fractures. But I guess that would have to be the one thing that I really didn't care about too much, was just the injuries. It's going to happen, of course, but the major ones where you see one set out a season, that's hard. Hard to watch.
I bet.
Now, bear in mind, Michael, you're talking to the $6 million man right there. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that?
Well, I'm just saying, Bobby moved to Plainview, a grown man in the 5th grade anyway. You know what I'm saying? Bobby was always bigger than everybody when we was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Bobby drove to school
at 8 years old.
Bobby drove to school in the 7th grade. Mr. Knuckle,
He's listening to the he's saying, "Dad, can I borrow your razor?"
Yeah, no joke. Mr. Knuckle was looking for Bobby every morning, so he had to park down the street and then walk to campus.
That's funny.
And you know, they had a character for him in that movie Porky's, me.
Oh, TMI.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Michael.
So who is the Pee-wee of the team? Never mind. We won't go there. Where's Lisa? Where's Lisa? What I need?
Oh man. Hey, Michael.
Yes, sir.
I got about 10%, bro, and it's already going. So I think you're gonna lose me. I want to ask one question before I go though, because it was great seeing you. Okay. It's not even a question; it's more of a statement. I've had a really good time listening to these guys, and the takeaway for me is I asked this question, and I reflect upon the time we came out of and what's going on now. And you guys talk about camaraderie and brotherhood, and today team sports are more like hired mercenaries, even in the high school game, man, because they move around chasing the bag, right? You move around from high school trying to get to the best one. You do the same thing in college, and they basically have become professional athletes for the highest bid, right? And so I think that what you guys had and what we had, and up to a point, that'll never be in sports ever again. What you experience will never be a part of high school, college, even professional sports anymore. Camaraderie, real team concept won't be there anymore. It's all about money. I had a great time. Vic, I'll holler at you later. Michael, thank you for inviting me. Guys, I love you.
Hey, real quick, Rob,
Always a
before you
pleasure.
get off.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, before you get off, guys, I was gonna say it to them, but I want to say it in front when Robert's here. I've had other shows where Robert was involved with Hereford players, Monterey players. So if you guys, Victor, you guys can find some opponents on Facebook, and you guys want to do that, it was Robert. Tell them how fun that was.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's just like what you're going through right here. You'd be surprised the level of respect you have from people that's carrying your name today, 40 years later, And it's the same way, like I think it was Jimmy said it before, you have the same respect for them, right? It's a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. Every time Michael asks or has something he needs me to do, I'm down, man, because this is a family reunion over and over and over and over via satellite, Guys, I'm down to 3. I love you, brother. I'll holler at you, all right?
Good to see you, Robert.
Peace, thanks,
Robert. See you, Junior.
Thanks for helping out. So, Dion, to you, what was the least favorite thing that you didn't like?
Oh, Mike, it's definitely the conditioning, man. It was, be out there and just, were there 40s or we running hundreds?
40s.
We ran hundreds.
We were running hundreds.
Now you're thinking about drinking 40s, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, we did some long ones too.
Dion, you were running hundreds.
I want to say we did like 2,500s in the morning, 25 in the afternoon, but I may be wrong. But man, if you didn't prepare yourself in the summer or at least try to get out there, man, you would be, yeah, you wouldn't be worth a damn. So,
Okay. And all right. Well,
but
thanks,
that's,
Denny.
yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
probably the worst.
Denny, what was your least favorite? I guess not able to get phone numbers from the cheerleaders.
Well, that'd be obviously the number one answer. But
The cheerleaders.
but
Oh
yeah,
my
I
God.
guess my least favorite thing about my high school career was myself. And what I mean by that is I got in my way of a lot of opportunity, and and you know, I've come to terms with it, but I think that's why I became an actor, is because I ruined my future as a football player. But yeah, I'd say myself was my least favorite thing.
Okay. Well, guys, let's go just high school. And I mean, you guys mentioned Bobby, you mentioned playing basketball, with the guys in the back. Dion, do you have a favorite memory of anything related to high school? If it's a weekend going down, I assume you guys drag Fifth Street like we did. I don't know where you guys hang out, and 4 years later. So, can you share a memory from just high school, just general? Dion, you can't hear me? Okay. Victor, can you answer?
Man, golly, what was there not to like about high school? Man, I mean, I think back my high school years, especially my junior and senior years, those were probably some of the best times of my life. No responsibility. The only responsibility you had was making sure you were passing school and go play football or whatever. I had a little weekend type job. I mean, it was just the whole thing, the music, the culture back then. It was so cool. There was no, I mean, it wasn't toxic. It wasn't toxic at all, man. I mean, I look at what kids deal with nowadays, and then I look back when I was a kid, and it was nothing like that. And it was pretty carefree, man. I mean, I had good friends. We had good times. I had people that treated me good. I mean, I enjoyed those times. I'll go back to the 80s in a heartbeat.
Okay. Well, I mean, no Nazareth trips, no.
Man, I did go to the first right before my senior year, man.
Hold on. I assume Bobby went because he looked.
No, Bobby didn't go, but it was me. I think it was me, Terrence. It was me, Terrence, Rod Williams, and it was somebody else. And we drove my car, and I was thinking, man, my dad's gonna kill me if I get pulled over. I did it anyway, but I'm like, man, my dad's gonna be hot as fish grease if he finds out that I did this. I was so worried about that. But that was the first time. I only did it once when I was in school. Now after the fact, I had mileage points in Nazareth, but that I only did it one time.
Well, that was the time you got caught by a coach, right?
No, that was Raymond and Randy. I didn't get caught.
Okay.
I never did get caught.
Okay. Well, cool. What about you, Jim? Let's share a story about hanging out with Bobby or
Nazareth?
whomever. No, it has to be Nazareth, but it was just something good and juicy.
I didn't go to Nazareth.
You went to Lubbock
I went to
instead.
the bootlegger.
Oh my God.
Hey, I used to go see Miss Helen quite a bit.
Gene Bass and Willie McGee picked us up one day.
Oh man.
Gene Bass said, "Foreman, your dad know what you're doing right now?" I didn't know what to say. My dad was a beast. He was a freaking beast, and I didn't want to face that at all. So I tried to mind my P's and Q's pretty good. The best memories are with friends, just doing what we did. And like I said earlier, only wish I'd have appreciated it more when I was doing it.
Same here.
You know.
Yeah.
I lost a friend in high school. He got killed in a car accident.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's just you got to appreciate it. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, Bobby, not to incriminate you, but can you share a funny story?
Man, I've got a book full of good stories. My dad, of course, he had some pretty big health problems, so I didn't get to do a lot of the things that Vic and them did. I worked 2 jobs while I was in high school, and when I became a junior actually, I worked a full-time job and
Damn.
after school, and then I also had another job before I got to go home. So it was a little bit different for me, but I did have some good times when I could. I gotta say, if we're going to talk about alcohol, I gotta bring up malt duck,
Yep.
and Jimmy will remember this.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, it was an experience that was one to remember.
My virgin experience.
Yeah, we raided the fridge of my parents' stash of malt duck and finished it all, and painted the bathroom and my bedroom and the front yard pretty much red.
Oh my God.
What
That
the hell
sounds
is malt
gross.
duck?
And you guys are still alive?
Little bottle of red malt liquor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to like the grape. I
used to like the
confess I
grape.
drank it.
That was one of the funniest things I still remember. I literally remember exactly where we lived. I remember taking Jim a pot from the kitchen, and he would deliberately miss it.
Hey, you're gonna need this later.
He would miss it, and another really good one was when me, you, and Ricky jumped the fence at 16th Street swimming pool and went skinny dipping and got caught by the law.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was Bass again. He got to know us. pretty
Statute of
well.
limitations is out.
Yeah, yeah. But it was fun, man. We when we were together, we did have fun. That's for sure.
Nice, good.
Yeah.
What about
We
you?
didn't cause trouble. We didn't
Well,
really cause any trouble.
did
Sir?
you not get in trouble for painting the house red and everything?
Well, I mean, my parents they worked, and I mean, I cleaned up after him. We were
Okay.
buds.
All right.
I did leave
See,
him in the yard all night though.
He did it at my house once too,
Oh my God.
except it was tequila.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, Bobby, but I skinny dip maybe it's either Westridge or Westgate, but I skinny dip with two girls. So I'm sorry. I guess.
Well, that's all right.
Anyway, Dion, what about you, man? You got to have some funny shit back in high school.
Oh man. Yeah, we made that trip probably weekly. Take 30 minutes to get there, 4 hours to get home, but
You're a cop now, aren't you?
10-4. Yeah.
So you were
I guess-
bootlegging back then.
I guess the funniest is I go out Friday night and go cruising and come back, and while I'm gone, my mom decides to rearrange the living room furniture. And so a table that was there when I left, what wasn't there when I left was there when I came back. Yeah, I crashed that living room table, glass everywhere.
oh.
Yeah, I was in trouble. But man, good old Nazareth, Texas.
Oh wow. Well, Denny,
Yeah.
coming from Oklahoma, and Oklahoma had 6-2 beer,
Ooh,
and coming to Plainview.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you fancy Nazareth or?
Well, yeah, I'll try to make it a short trip about Nazareth. Is our senior year. It was homecoming. I was one of the captains for the homecoming game. I can't remember who we were playing, but we had about 3 hours to get back for the pep rally.
Oh God.
And so
I remember that.
me and a couple of gentlemen to not be named took
Yeah.
off in an El Camino, and
Oh.
and about $150 from most of the senior class, or at least a certain amount of folks. We made a run. We packed that inside of the El Camino full of rattlesnake coolers, Jack Daniels, beer, all sorts of stuff. And we were running short on time, so we started hightailing it, passing people on the shoulder of the road, probably doing 110. And we get outside of Plainview city limits, out by that addition, out towards not Muleshoe, but you're heading towards Muleshoe. And we get pulled over. And another gentleman from our class who liked to tell on people, we saw him pass by going to the pep rally. And they pulled us out of that El Camino, cuffed us and stuffed us. And this is before the pep rally. The homecoming game's the next night. Take us to the Hale County Jail.
Oh wow.
Book us in. And by the time, and another classmate of ours, his uncle was the deputy sheriff, I think, of Hale County. So he called our parents, but everybody was at the pep rally. There was no cell phones, So he released us on our own recognizance. We called our journalism teacher, and she came to pick us up. No names to be named there either.
That's so funny.
And by the time we get out into the parking lot, there's crying cheerleaders, Amarillo, Lubbock press, flashy pops everywhere. And it was all over the papers that, because I was supposed to sign that next Tuesday with Texas Tech on a scholarship. And boy, David McWilliams called my old man that next day and said, "Paul, we can't have this, man. He can come down and walk on, but I can't offer him a full ride."
Wow.
So yeah, I think that was the last time I was in Nazareth, Texas.
Wow. Well,
My
some good
last time in
stories.
Nazareth.
Yeah.
But a really good memory I had was going to prom, either junior or senior prom, in a semi truck. Just the driving portion, not the 18-wheeler.
The cab.
Yeah, just the cab. That was pretty cool, rolling up into Plainview High School parking lot, honking that horn.
Did you guys still eat at the cafeteria and then clear it out for photos and then did the dance?
I can't.
I think so.
Yeah.
recall.
Yeah, there was a meal. Yeah.
Yeah, because we did the same thing. Hey, on game day, I know our guys, because I played football, but I quit in my senior year because I was concentrated in baseball. But I remember on game days, they had to wear their jerseys and carry their helmets. Did you guys did the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, guys, we're getting close to the end, but I want to ask a couple more questions. I'll start with Victor. Other than a coach, unless it is a coach, is there a teacher that influenced you, or did you really enjoy it? And it doesn't have to be high school; it can be middle school or grade school.
Oh man. If I had to say, I can give you two answers. All the coaches that we had there, man, were very impactful. But I think the two that had the biggest impact on me was Coach Dodson and Coach Salinas.
Yes.
And from a teaching standpoint, man, I told you how in the other one how I felt about the teachers that, how grateful I am for the teachers that we had. But the ones that really, really made the impact on me was Miss Siegler and John Smith. And John Smith, man. John Smith, I cannot tell you you know, how indebted I feel I am to that man right there. Helping me with stuff over the phone, showing up to school early. Um, man, he was a true definition of a teacher.
That
He really
wasn't Patrick
was.
Smith's dad, was it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it
Oh, okay.
was.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Those right there. I mean, and I say that, man, because man, there was a lot of people that were very, very, very good to me, but those four right there are the ones that really stood out in my book.
Okay.
Charlotte's
Thank you.
dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Jim, what about you, man? Teacher that impacted
Coaches,
children.
Buck Buchanan, Neil Billingsley, and Army Salinas are the three coaches that probably had the biggest impact on me. And then the teacher would have to be Mrs. Calhoun in second grade at Thunderbird Elementary School.
Why is that?
Well, she taught me so much that I still use today. I mean, hell, guys,
It's awesome.
I can freaking sew.
Yeah.
If something needs to be sewn in our house, who the heck sews it?
Hey,
It's me.
Hey, we took
Nice.
sewing in the
How
fifth
many-
grade.
yes, we did.
I did.
I mean, she taught me
You
to
bet.
sew when I was in second grade, and I remembered it to this very day.
Nice.
And,
Kudos to you, buddy.
She could take a pattern and make whatever, anything out of a pattern.
well, no, it wasn't that fancy. It was
Okay.
stitching and stuff. So
Okay. Okay.
I've sewn up a few wounds. I've sewn up teddy bears. Well, I mean, hell, I'm cheap, so I keep my clothes. Hell, I've got stuff in my closet that are older than. I teach 15 to 18-year-old students right now, and I've got clothes in my closet that I know is older than them.
Right.
And the reason it's older than them is because I've patched them up and kept them going. So,
Cool.
God bless Miss Calhoun. We were her last group. She retired right after that year, and she lived up into her mid-90s. So,
Okay.
my mother taught at Thunderbird Elementary School, and that's where I went. Me and Terrence Washington and Elaine Carruthers, and we all went to
Yeah.
elementary together. So,
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
High school
Bob?
champion, Elaine Carruthers.
say
Yes.
that again.
Do I, Denny?
Our Lady Bulldogs won the state championship in basketball our senior year.
That's
Yes.
right.
I had them on the show. I had a few of them and Coach Harston on the show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They said who was it? Black last name was
Ramona.
Black.
Ramona.
She said the one thing she hated is not Coach Harston, the assistant, made them join track, and they ran not the long distance. What is the
Cross country.
cross country,
Oh,
and she hated that. They all hated that.
Wow.
So, but yeah, if you guys can, just go to the YouTube channel. You can see that one. It was a really good show. So, what about you, Bobby? What teacher impacted you?
I guess we're going coaches and teachers. I'm going to say one coach that doesn't get mentioned a lot that I think probably meant more to me than any of that. And they were all great. Don't get me wrong, but Milton Finley was probably one that came in
Yes.
into my life there at the end, of my senior year, especially that had a big impact on me. So I want to shout out to Milt. Teachers, Denny will get a kick out of this one. I'm going to have to say Miss Carlisle. I wasn't I wasn't just excited to go to school and learn. And I wish I was. I would, if there's one thing I would change, I would have paid attention a little more in school.
Same here.
But, Miss Carlisle, it was a fun class, and she wasn't hard on the eyes at all. So it was, I did enjoy going. I did enjoy going to that class. I sure did.
Talking about Leslie Carlisle.
That's awesome.
Well,
Man.
she was on a show with Principal
Lisa.
Kirsch, and
Yeah.
I'm actually talking to Leslie Carlisle right now to get a group of her friends from Crest to come on the show.
Oh,
How
wow,
that
that's cool.
how that
That's
lady
awesome.
put up with my bad ass and some of the guys I went to school with is beyond me, but she did, and she did it with grace.
Yeah, he had
Man,
patience.
boy,
Yeah.
What about
man.
you, Denny? What about a teacher?
It'd have to be Miss Gregory from my journalism teacher.
She
Yeah,
was
she
bonding
bailed
you
you
out of
out.
jail.
No shit.
She saved me from she saved me from the hoosh
Ooh,
cow.
that is funny.
Yeah, no, she was just trusting and educating. You know, she taught me to be a sports writer. I was a sports editor of the newspaper, one of the only sports writers, I guess. Maybe there are a few others, but I'd sell ads. I learned a lot about business, you know, marketing a newspaper and whatnot. And yeah, she was just, you know, a sort of an angel. I was entertaining an angel, but I didn't know it, you know, or an angel was entertaining me because I, you know, like I said, I'd moved from growing up somewhere, moving somewhere else, starting a new life, 2 years high school left. It's hard to, you know, make new friends and fit in. And how do you do that? You do that through humor. You do that through athleticism. You do that through brotherhood and service. And so, you know, she just felt like a friend as well as a teacher, and and then also Coach Bill because he was really hard on a lot of folks in the best way. He wanted the best out of you, and he made you know it.
Cool. Good. What about Dion? What about you, man?
Yeah, I can't put it to one or man, there's a bunch. Uh and Coach Sherwood, Coach Salinas, Coach Bill, Coach Finley, Coach McAdams, Coach Keith, Coach Selke, uh God, Coach Magianis. I mean, golly, there's so many
Okay.
that just impacted me, and just great men, and still to this day, you know, some of them have passed, but man, they'll always be there. There's some that I still keep up on social media with. So
You hadn't given them a
um,
ticket, speeding ticket, have you?
negative,
Negative.
never,
Okay. Just checking.
never, no.
All right, guys. This is the last question before we go to parting words. Dion, I'll go ahead and start with you.
Okay,
Give me an ESPN moment that, or a moment where you know we didn't have cell phones back there, but is there a moment in your life in high school, being football or anything in high school, do you wish, or you didn't wish, there was a cell phone, someone caught it on video?
oh yeah, I would say my freshman year we were playing. Oh, Clovis Marshall here was our last game, and we kicked off to them, and as soon as he caught the ball, I smashed him right in the mouth. That'd have been that'd have been the Jadavian Clowney ESPN
Yeah.
hit of the century, boy. Yes. So you know, I remember that one because that was our last game, and we had a great year. We had a great run our freshman year, and yeah.
Well,
So
cool. What about
yeah.
you, Bobby?
Oh, it's easy. And it was actually on video. Jimmy
Uh-huh.
had it at one time. Old VHS tape. When we played Midland Lee at Tech Stadium, and my claim to fame is that I ran down Tyrone Thurman from behind. So
Nice. Yeah.
yeah, I'll hang on to that from now on. He was a good 15 yards ahead of me, and I caught him. It took about 35 yards or so, but I caught him.
Nice.
It was
Cool.
on Jimmy had it on video. I remember us watching it some years later down there in Lubbock at your house.
Cool.
It was so funny, but yeah, I wish I had a video of it now, just so I could remember how good I could used to run.
Denny, what about you, man?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it earlier. That over-the-shoulder catch with William Thomas hanging off my back that was in Sports Illustrated.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was caught in the, I guess, the magazine, but not video. But it's cool.
Yeah.
Victor.
The first game that I got to start my senior year, we were playing Estacado and Plainview, and they've been running this end around play, and they've been eating our lunch with it, and they ran it one time, and I don't know what it was. I just saw the way the lineman blocked. Something told me to step up, and right when I stepped up, I saw him coming by, and I cleaned his clock, and it looked a lot cooler, you know. I mean, it looked pretty cool watching it on film, but it felt cool actually going through it, you know, real time, you know. But in fact, I got the big hit of the week with that play.
Nice.
I remember that. I remember that. That was a pretty cool play.
Cool. Jim.
Boy, I don't know.
It doesn't have to be football. It could be anything. I mean, the moonwalking, you mentioned that. But I mean, we'd love to see that on video.
I'm telling you what, it was pretty impressive. It was pretty impressive. And we had a few other moves. We could work some Rick James and some Rick James and some gap band.
I'm Rick James, damn it. Hey, Mike.
You bet.
Yeah.
Hey, when we were sophomores, and they can attest to this, because, you know, on Thursday when we did our pregame walkthrough, how serious it was. You know, you could hear a roach fart in the locker room, and we had an abbreviated practice, and then everybody was supposed to go home. Okay. And I can't remember who we was fixing to play, but back then breakdancing was really big.
Oh yeah, your brother was good at it. Ronnie.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Damn good.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
We decided we were going, you know, we're supposed to be serious now. And we decided we were going to have a breakdance competition in the coach's office. and we're in there breakdancing, and I really couldn't breakdance at all, but I had my flow that night. I mean, that particular afternoon, and I could hear them saying, "Go clubber, go club," and I'm up here doing that. I'm doing my thing, and then I got to where I couldn't hear anything. And I turn around, I'm steady doing it, and I turn around, and there's Coach Sherwood and Ed Moore. And I was just like, oh, God, I'm never going to get to play. I'm like, I will never play it down. And, man, Coach Sherwood just looked at us, man, and he like, you guys, I think y'all need to go home and think about it. And I was just like, damn, dude, I will ride the bench my entire career here, because it seemed like every time I messed up, I messed up big that year, and that was the biggest one. That was the biggest one right there.
Oh, it would have been good on video. Well, we got to go back to Jim. All right.
You know, I used to entertain the idea that I was going to go to the Olympics. I guess the first time I ever hit 60 foot in the shot put was kind of cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Not football, but
yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. Now I watched Kevin Woods. I don't know if you guys know. Maybe Victor know who Kevin Woods was. He was a class of 80. Man, yeah. I remember there was an old man I was standing by when he did a shot put, and the guy goes, "Man, I've seen." His ball went further than any cannons I've ever seen go in my life. So, but yeah, I mean, Kevin, he was a big hoss. But guys, you know, I want to thank you guys. I want to go ahead and say our parting words. I'm going to start with Denny.
Yeah.
If you can give your parting words and say good night.
Yeah. Hey, just a pleasure to know you all. I respect you all very much. And I appreciate you inviting me into your tight community as an outsider for 2 years back in 86 and 87. And I wish you nothing but joy, happiness, and success.
Thanks, Denny. Bobby?
Thank you, Michael, for this wonderful opportunity to see my old friends again. And I'll echo what Denny said. I wish you nothing but happiness and just blessings from now on. It's been wonderful to reminisce a little bit and bring back some old memories, you know. So just just parting here, I want to say, let's keep in touch, guys, because man, tomorrow's not promised to us, and I get to see Dion quite a bit still, which is a blessing here. But
Same here,
Vic,
Chief.
and Jimmy and Denny, you guys, man, you're in my thoughts, my memories, and it's all good, brothers. So
Yeah.
let's stay in touch somehow or another. I think it'd be great just to kind of catch up.
Yeah,
So,
it would
thanks
be
again,
awesome.
Michael.
Well
Right
said.
on. Thanks, Bobby.
All right, Dion, what about
Yeah.
you?
Hey, same thing, guys. Always a pleasure to see y'all. You may be down the road, man, but we need to get together and grab some dinner or whatever. But anyway, hey, next year's our 40th, guys. So yes, sir. So we got people watching. Hey, if you're on a committee or a board, I've missed the last 3. So I don't know what was done in the past, but hey, let's get it together because our 40's next year. So I love each one of you, man. Stay safe out there.
Good
Well,
deal.
before I'll get to the other guys, I'm going to suggest to you guys rent the president's house. It's that house that the Wayland presidents used to live
Right,
in. I did
right.
that for our 40th,
Okay.
and I had my buddies and Lisa and Andrew Dunlap, Quineth Dunlap, and we had our mini reunion in that house. It was
Cool,
great.
cool.
Classmates came, so Dion, I would suggest if you can, what you do is just you tell me what the whole house and everyone paid for their own rooms, man. It was pretty awesome.
Okay. Well,
Jim, what about you, man?
I used to
Parting
mow
words.
that lawn.
That's a big lawn. Jeez.
Yes, it is.
Were you moonwalking? Were you going across the grass?
I just, 40 years I haven't learned to keep my mouth shut. And I guess I should have in that respect, huh?
It's all good, man.
I would echo what they're all saying. I was thinking about this a lot, and I like to brag on our class. I think the class of 1987 at Plainview High School was an exceptional class. This is obviously just a very small sampling of what we were all about. But if you look at the people in this lineup right here, first of all, you see an actor. You see a person that's chosen to pursue a life in the arts. And as a European history teacher over the last 20 years, I'm here to tell you, the arts, without the arts, our society is dead.
Right.
It really is. And then you take the rest of us. I mean, heck, you got 2 peace officers and a firefighter.
Yeah.
I don't know that it can be any more honorable than that. The service that these men have provided throughout the course of their careers, and they've given their lives to it, it's beyond words. And I wanted to. That's what I've chosen to say with my my final remarks, to commend my brothers for what they've done with the rest of their life.
Well said,
I'm really
man.
proud of them.
Cool. Well said.
Same to you, Jim.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jimbo.
Yeah. Well, Victor, you're the one who put this group together. What's your parting words, man?
Man, it was just really wonderful. It was just really wonderful and awesome, man, to see y'all again. You don't really realize how special something is until it's gone, and I, man, I just miss the times that we had in high school. I miss seeing you guys in the hallway, cutting up with you. It was really great to see y'all and talk about all the great times we had together. If there was some way I could hit a rewind button, I'd do it again. I would go back to those times. I thought they were really great. People look at me crazy, man, because I listen to a lot of 80s music. And one of the reasons why is because of the memories it gives me listening to it. So it was really wonderful hanging out with you guys. I can't emphasize that enough. It was great seeing you, Bobby. Danny, it's great to see you, man. It was really great seeing you and hearing from you. Dion, same
Hey.
here, man.
Stay safe out there,
Jimmy,
baby.
it is really great to see you. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. I was really great. I was really happy, man, when you responded to the request, man. I really was, man. You have no idea how happy it made me when you and Danny both responded to it. It was really cool.
Oh, thank you.
And the same with Bobby, man. I'm like, Bobby, if you welch out on us, man, dude, man. I'm like, boy.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, the cards were falling in all the wrong places, but it worked out. It worked
Yes,
out.
it did.
So we got it done.
Yes, awesome. Well, thank you guys. I want to say 3 quick things. Debbie Juarez, she's my cousin. So I'm trying to get her and Summer and a few of her friends on the show. So if you guys ever chat on Facebook, hey, encourage them to do their own show, the Class of '87. You guys know my nickname's Flo. I've had it since I was 14. It was Coach Beasley that gave me the nickname Flo.
Coach
Coach
Because
Beasley.
short Flo
Man.
Rez. And then again, guys, if you guys want to get on again and bring some of that opposition players, if you guys know how to contact them, man, I'm telling you, those are fun because you hear what they say, their perspective on getting ready to play Plainview, and how the fan base. I mean, if you have time, there's 2 Hereford and Plainview shows, and the best, the first one was Odessa Permian when they played the '78 football
I
players.
saw that. I love that
Wow.
one.
Yeah, it was the first time Sherwood, when the state quarterfinals. I mean, that was a good show. That was my first, 2 teams. So you guys do that. But hey, again, thank you guys. I enjoyed it, and go to your 40th, man. Like Bobby says, there's no promises for tomorrow, man. Take advantage and see each other, and stay in touch. And I hope to see you guys on the show again.
It was good seeing you guys. I love every one of you, man.
Right
All right,
back
brothers.
at you.
Love you guys.
Take care, guys. Love you.
Peace.
Thank you,
Thank
Mike.
you.
Thanks, Michael.
Good night,
Thank you
everyone.
very much.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye.
Love.
Yes, sir. Well, guys, that's a wrap. Usually Lisa and I kind of talk about the show we just had, but it's just me. But it was fun. Again, these guys were 8th grade when I graduated from Plainview, so they were didn't grow up with them, but I knew Victor through Robert. But again, I want to thank Victor and all the guys for joining us. So next week we're gonna have Mr. McBee. That's correct. Mr. McBee will be on the show next week. So, everyone, good night. Go Knuckle. Peace and love. Peace and love.